I worked for many years for a small, a small agency, maybe about 20 employees. And I quit that job voluntarily to go to work for a very large company. And this company still has dealings with this small agency. But what happens is that the employer with the small agency is like, they take it personally when you leave, and what they did is they just hound you by maliciously maligning your character or saying, trying to get you fired, really, from any place that you go. And I know that Alabama is an at-will state, but I know it's unethical, but I'm just wondering if what they're doing is illegal.
That's a great question.
Absolutely. So one of the things you're going to have to, there's a couple ways to look at this. First is whether or not what they're saying about you is factually accurate, right? So if they're making up things about you, they're lying, then the company that is actually trying to get you fired could be liable for a violation, like a libel or slander, depending on how they actually disseminate the information. So that's one way. The other way is if there's also a claim called tortious interference with a contractual relationship or a business relationship. And a lot of people don't realize this, but work is actually a contract. So you agree to go there, they agree to pay you, and that's a contract. It's an at-will contract that can be terminated at any time, but if someone is attempting to come between you and your employment, they are actually interfering with your contract. So you could potentially sue that company for those violations. And of course, the way you'd have to prove that would be, to find evidence that someone at that other company was trying to tarnish your reputation at work.
So we heard the term at will, and just for folks who may not know what at will means, you hear it, you think you know what it means, but describe for our viewers, what does that actually mean?
Yeah, so a lot of times people think you can be fired for any reason at all. And at will does sort of say you can be fired for no reason or any reason at all. But there are caveats to that. You can be fired for any reason as long as it's not an illegal reason. And there are several illegal reasons for terminating you. They cannot terminate you for your race. They cannot terminate you because of your gender, your disability, because you're in the military and you have to take leave. They can't fire you because you reported a workers' compensation injury. So there's a number of federal statutes and a few state statutes that will protect you from being terminated. So even if someone says, this is an at-will state, that is a common misconception that means there's any reason at all. That is absolutely incorrect.
That's great, and I think that explanation is very important for folks to know, so thank you for that.
Yep.